Today we're breaking down decision making of Saksa playing Nature's Prophet and the small decisions that completely change the outcome. I will explain every move he makes and how Tundra wins because of his rotations. If you want to support like a pro, this video is for you. The first thing I want to mention is this Sentry placement. What most position 5 as Radiant are doing right now is placing their Sentry there, right in the trees. That means this Sentry is not gonna get dewarded by that one, and then hiding yours as well as possible might be the best play. This little area here is quite hard to see with bad angle, and that's why he placed it. And around 3 minutes, Saksa is gonna pull the lane back to get it into a good position, possibly giving up Lotus for that. But the reason is, he wants to make a play on the top lane. It is very likely that enemies will try to do that around the Lotus timing, as they have a tombstone and it's pretty much impossible for Tundra to contest, unless they bring 3 heroes. With that in mind, they pull the lane back on the bot lane and then instantly make a play on the top. Him being there is the difference between Radiant getting a double kill and Dire getting a good kill out of that situation. While the obvious play right now would be to TP back, looking at the bot lane, Bristle is still in a decent position as his lane is still quite close to his tower. He's also gained double the experience on the bot lane if Furion is missing, and for Radiant they would much rather try to kill Furion and not the Bristle back. That means it's possible for Tundra to try and set up a kill on the top lane. Marcy is a very snowball based hero as she can't really recover if the lane is bad, compared to a Bristle for example. So it's really important for Saksa to set his carry up for a victory. For that reason, then once again bring 3 heroes for a kill on the top lane, and this time Undying dies. That should give Marcy enough breathing space for the next couple of minutes. And now, due to the fact that Furion left the bot lane for a minute and Disruptor is free to do whatever he wants, Disruptor goes to the bot rune and denies it from Ember, hoping that Co-op goes for the top one. But luckily, Furion is there to secure it, and it turns out to be a disaster for Radiant. What happens now if Co-op gets the rune? Ember is basically forced back to base, and that way Co-op has no mana, making her pretty much unable to kick Ember. And because of this sequence and the fact that Ember is still low HP, they will manage to bait Disruptor and kill him as well. So instead of Ember getting possibly killed, he gets to stay in his lane and even gets experience from a free kill. Even though Saksa is playing Furion, a greedy hero, he still wants to help his offlaner by stacking. That means he will get to farm lanes which Bristle leaves to farm the stacks, and that way they both get the space. Enemies don't have good heroes to contest stacks as well. While doing this, Furion gets to be at the bot lane, where Tundra manages to kill enemy mid laner. Now this sequence is really interesting. Tundra is watching Tidebound pushing top lane, assuming they have 5 heroes nearby. Bristle is farming stacks, so the decision is to give up the tower in order to get more farm out of the map. However, for a short moment Doom shows on the mid lane, and that's where the decision is made. Furion instantly uses his TP scroll, not even waiting for his W, and then places an ops to give vision for his team. This fight is good, as Dire has 4 heroes against 4, as it's impossible for Doom to show up there. And going back a minute, this fight is only possible because Ember pushed out mid-wave before joining his team. If the mid-wave is static on the river, I don't think Doom would go there and farm it, but as he's moving from the triangle, it's convenient for him to get that. However, this cost his team a lot. Now Tundra wants the bot tower, so Furion and Ember are there. Queen of Pain teleports to depush the tower as she can't die, but Ember shows up from the trees and they get her HP to half. She cannot die there, but this play will guarantee yet another time where our hero will be unable to join the fight. And after they get the bot tower, Ember will instantly shift to the top lane, trying to set up kills. This is a very good lesson on how some little plays on different sides on the map can result in big teamfight wins. This will also let them snowball the game even harder, because in most cases you can see at least one hero farming different part of the map, as they only bring as many heroes as they need, and they still win the fights. At this point you can see how much he's farming as well. as he's having a 3 times the last hits of enemy position 4. It's very important to scale with a hero that can scale, like Furion. And now he's gonna help his Bristle take Tormentor. Remember, minus armor is one of the best ways you can get Tormentors consistently. If you have a heroes like Bristle or Weaver, you can do it even as 2 heroes. This is important for your pub games. I know it's hard to get people to take that objective, but sometimes all it takes is just 2 heroes. After the fight, he sees Doom quite low HP. Now, this little play he does, it's important for you to realize how some heroes wanna play. After the fight, Doom is quite low HP, and he's got an idea. He TPs into the trees, assuming Doom will be farming in between camps to use his W, and then he actually kills him with Vessel. Well deserved tip in the end from Ember as well. That's one of the things I was talking about in the Furion video that is showing up on the right. Right after TP, he casts the Orchid, and he's using Shift Q, so there's no delay after teleporting. Coop is able to TP away, however, this is something you can do against mobile heroes, making sure they can't blink away. And that's where he's queuing Mjolnir. He's got Marcy as his one. In certain games, this hero can fall off. I don't think that will be the issue in this game, however, it's better to be safe than sorry. Furion is one of the heroes that, as a support, you can end up like a carry. It's enough to say he's one of the 2 most broken carries in current patch. That means you can and should scale. The game is under their control and they are farming their next items. Notice how Tundra is scouting Roche consistently. That's basically the only play enemies can do to turn the game around. If they control it, their gold advantage will keep growing and it's up to Bane to set up kills and let them finish the game. And this is where they win the fight, and even though the game continues for a few minutes, it will be basically over after this fight. I think Saksa has played in a way that enabled his team to do what each hero wants to do. He rotated top to get kills for his snowball based carry Marcy, secured runes for struggling Ember, and then left the Bristle alone to get experience. Then stacked for him to enable him even more. This not only shows how well Tundra works as a team, but also how Saksa understands each hero out of his team and does a lot to enable them. Always think about it. Some heroes will need your direct help and your presence, while the others will enjoy you doing plays on opposite sides of the map. The best and most consistent way to win games as support is to understand the heroes, both in your team as well as enemy, and then basing your decisions around what each hero wants to do. That way, you get happy teammates and angry opponents, as you read them all of them like a book. If you like this type of content, let me know in the comments. If you want them to be even more detailed, also let me know. I wanted to create a video showing small highlights of a pro player's movements, as they are the things you can copy in your games, unlike pro level coordination. For more support content, subscribe to the channel and join our Discord. See you!